Hey, just wanted to share some progress that I've made on the OMEGA-2 weapons control panel. I made two major updates, the first of which is that I have finished almost all of the programming. All of the buttons and the lights and the knobs, everything is working the way that I think they should be working. And the second thing is that I noticed in the last video that almost all of the lights that I had installed for the buttons and indicators, they were all blue. So that needed to be changed. I went ahead and just swapped out a lot of the lights with different colors to break things up a little bit. You'll see that as we go through the systems. First up is the targeting system up here. The major thing is that I have this animation going. If you get the camera just right. We have two blue dots for crosshairs and a red dot as the target. And you can use the joystick to move those crosshairs around. And your goal is to try to get the red dot between the two blue dots. And you can use this target lock button to lock onto the target. If you get it just right, it turns green. Otherwise, nothing happens. And that means it's locked on. The animation stops. So we can proceed to the torpedoes and the lasers. With the torpedoes, just like in real life, I wanted them not to be able to just be fired over and over and over really fast. You have to actually fire it once and then reload the torpedo bay. So that's what we have going on. If I arm the system, if I fire one of these, the system won't let you fire a second torpedo until you have reloaded that bay. So that'll be a little button right there. You can hit them both, hit the lights, and you can disarm it in the middle. If you rearm it, those bays are still empty, so you have to reload them. And we have the laser system over here. By default now, the lights are on, and when you tap the buttons, the charging lights turn on. And when they're ready, you can hit the buttons again. And notice how all of these lights over here are no longer blue. We have green, we have red, we have white. It looks much more visually appealing, I think. And again, if you are canceling the system, if you're disarming it in the middle, in my mind that means the lasers still haven't been charged all the way. So if you rearm the system, they have to be charged continued so that now you can fire them. And disarm. And the most recent update is the shield system down here. If I get the camera just right, you can see that what I'm doing here is I have the four different sides are independently controlled, and this will indicate the shield health of the real spaceship, or the fake spaceship as it were. So we can have different colors based on the health of the shields. Hopefully that can be integrated with the overall system later, so that it'll be a really cool interactive part to check out. And what I'm doing now is these frequency and modulation knobs. I'm having these right now control the brightness of these middle LEDs. I'll show you what that looks like. We can turn the frequency up a little bit, and then turn the modulation up. And what I'm doing right now is the frequency is controlling how fast the lights are pulsing, fading in and out, and the modulation is controlling how deep the fade is going. So these lights aren't just turning on and off, they're actually fading in brightness. And I can control how much it's fading and all that kind of stuff, but I'm just trying out this idea of having the lights fade, but I'm not really sure what these frequency and modulation knobs would be best for. So if you have any ideas of what these knobs would be really cool for that, applies to this control panel, let me know. But right now this seems like a pretty fun system to have. And my favorite part overall is that all of the button presses, all the knobs and the joysticks, they can all work independently at the same time. So we see we have these lights flashing, we have the targeting system, we have the knobs at different levels. If I can arm these torpedo systems, I can fire these. Doesn't really matter. Disarm them, rearm them. So this thing can really be played with at a very fast rate or by a group of people It's a lot of fun to play with. And that's about all I have to share, so let me know if you have any questions or ideas. Thanks.